So when startups are looking for engineers, right?
Mhm.
It what you're bringing forward for me is not having that title of I'm an engineer. It's actually, but do you have the experience and the knowledge base to design and to really interrogate questions that leads to a purposeful design that can actually um, serve a business plan as well, and be done in enough designed and produced in an effective, efficient manner towards a targeted intended use that then feeds into the story and the narrative for regulators to understand the piece by piece design build to give them assurance of how has this product come together to therefore produce the intended use.
Yeah. So it's a challenge. Something I see with a lot of startups is startups will buy what they can afford in the terms of engineering talent. So I see a lot of very early graduates. They find somebody who had a really good senior capstone project and say, okay, we're going to make you our CTO. And so you have a 50-something-year-old business person, a 60-year-old medical professor, and they've hired this 22-year-old engineer to actually do the actual engineering. And it's cost effective, but they don't realize all the knowledge that's not there because they are not engineers themselves.
Right.
And they don't realize, like, and even as a young engineer, you know, like I'm a mechanical engineer. So I love watches, I love mechanisms, I love industrial engines and heavy construction equipment because they are complex and beautifully, elegantly designed, but that's not what you need in a medical device. Medical device, you have to be very brutal with what is the absolute cheapest, easiest, least failable thing to go for. And so sometimes you'll go like, yes, we can create a Bluetooth-enabled AI machine learning, you know, whatchamahadget with 16 different buttons and everything, and it's going to cost $200,000. Your budget is $5. What can you actually do? And so for me, and sometimes you don't even know your budget's $5. Oftentimes a founder will come to me and say, okay, well, we might be able to get it for 1,000, we might get it for 50, we might get it for 5. Tell me how you will change this product based on the budget. And so that's really the skills you need to come in with as a founding engineer at a startup, is to be able to, as you are crafting the path forward, come up with not with just one product, but literally 20 or 30. With each one of those has a dozen different potential design options. So when you're working with a very junior engineer, they may know one, two, or three ways of doing something. Senior engineers, very quickly, you need to know 40 or 50 or 60 different ways to do something. Because by the time you go through the regulatory pathway, the IP constraints, the business constraints, the requests from the market, the clinical challenges, and all those different elements, eventually that's going to knock away 95% of your options. And if you only have one option, your startup's gone.